There may be no tournament on the planet that so supremely tests a golfer's ability than this one. An under-par score? Not a given for the winner. US Open rough? Oh yes, that is very much a thing. Narrow fairways, tight landing areas, rock-hard greens? Yes, yes, and yes. Mistakes must be kept to an absolute minimum. This is the most demanding test in golf. This is the United States Open.
EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's opening round coverage of the third of golf's four majors, the United States Open. We've got a full field ready to get rolling on this Thursday as we get a look at the early leaderboard. We've currently got a tie at the top at 5 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer ready to try and win that sterling silver US Open trophy. And there's a good start. That one in the fairway here to get the tournament rolling. Little bit of an awkward distance for this, his second. Oh no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, gonna leave it on the lip. All right, that's in for a bogey here to start the round. And he's gonna fall back now to 1 over par. Moving on, we come to the par 4 second. And that's going to play just fine. So after the early bogey, the response is a solid tee shot here at the second. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze.
Really nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still one good putt, maybe a birdie.
Just gonna sneak on by. That finished off for par here at the second, and he'll stay at 1 over. Next up, it is the par 4 third. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. So from a little more than 70 yards, this is second. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Oh, nearly hold that one out. Just needed another foot or so, but an excellent job there. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain right where he is. Moving on to the fourth hole. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for his second into the wind. had some good work there, able to hold the elevated green and now has a good look at birdie. Well played. Oh, that is so close, just a little bit more. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll stay right where he is. Up next, a par 5 as we reach the 5th hole. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Now from a little less than 200 yards, this a second to the par 5.
Normally they stick a tee in one end and a flag in the other. You're advanced the way. But that second shot on this par 5, it completely took the green out of play. Airmailed. That is a big mistake. Shouldn't be much in this for birdie. Nicely played. It's a birdie at the 5th. Now at the 6th hole.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Second shot now, here at the par 3. This from 7 feet. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th. And he'll stay at level par. Continuing on with this front side, we head to the par 4 7th. That was close to being good, but it'll hop off the fairway and into the heavy stuff. He'll have to conjure something from this lie because that is not very good. See if he can knock it on in 2.
A decision had to be made there. It was perhaps even allowed, but all in all, that's a tremendous shot just to get the ball on the green from there.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7, and he'll stay at even par. On to the 8th hole, tee shot here at the par 4. Nothing to fault there. Safely in the fairway. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
Looking at 153 to the hole, pin sitting on the left half of the green.
This one has a chance to be close.
I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
A dead-on look here for birdie. Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Yeah, that's a good putt. It's in for par here at the 9th. We get the back 9 started here with the par 5 10th. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Had half the equation on that shot, the distance. Not quite the accuracy. Missed it. Hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and let's see how good you can chip.
A straightforward look here for birdie. Rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. 11th hole. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway.
I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it. No, it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
This is an 11-foot putt. Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. So that brushed in for par here at 11, and he'll stay at 2 under. Moving on, we come to the par 4 12th. I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
It's right around 117 yards to get to the front portion of the green. 127 to fly it all the way there. Wind into the face, so you'll definitely need to account for that.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Nope, didn't see the break, and that slides by to the left. So a tough hole, that's in for bogey at 12. And he'll fall back to 1 under par. Thirteenth hole coming up. It is a par 4. And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. So a big drive, and not much needed to carry here for his second. Okay, that's acceptable there. A birdie opportunity here at 13.
Ever so slightly right to left. I'm not sure you can give the hole away here.
Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. To the 14th hole. That's the kind of swing you want to break down in slide. Perfect tempo on the backswing, club head pointing to the target, and then just an explosion through impact. Very well done. That pin in the front right quadrant of the green today as he stares down his second. It is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
concentration there. That'll cost him. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And that's going to move him back down to even par. Par 3 tee shot needs to be precise. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Looking back up from behind the green, a second to this par 3. Ten-foot putt left. Nope, good effort, but that's got to wander a few feet by. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. He'll drop back to 1 over par. Three holes remain as we come to the par 4 16th. Nope, that wasn't the right line, and he'll pay the price as this ball gonna run off the fairway and into the bunker. Did the smart thing there, Frank. Took his medicine, back out onto the fairway. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. looking to splash this softly onto the green. That is such a tough bunker to try and navigate. That's onto the green, but still a tricky distance coming up. 13 feet away. Not too bad. Didn't quite get it far enough left, and maybe a little too gentle as well. Okay, so that one finished off with double bogey. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par. Deep into the round now at the 17th hole. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now from a tight lie, this his second. Got that up too high, and it didn't want to come back. That one finished off for bogey here at 17, and that's going to move him back to 4 over. On now to the finishing hole. It's the par 4 18th. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Just 92 yards for his second to this par 4. And this is looking really good.
Well, if that's the last iron shot of the day, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, it's a nice finish, a birdie at 18. That will be an opening round score of 73. So 1 round in the books. Frank, how would you assess what you saw from this golf course?
I think the golf course was the star, Rich. Really, there's enough good holes out there, some strong par 4s to really make you think. And then there's enough opportunity. Some of those short par 4s and par 5s are certainly gettable. So I think it bodes well for the remainder of this tournament.
So for